if I said that I didn't need it? Would it be crazy? Would it be crazy? It's vodka in the freezer. Would it be crazy? Would it be crazy if I said that I didn't need it? Would it be crazy? Would it be crazy if it's vodka in the freezer? Would it be crazy? Would it be crazy if I said that I didn't need that piece of me? Need that piece of me. Need that piece of me. Need that used to believe.
Right. Up 7 o'clock on this Wednesday night. Good evening and welcome to the Valley Variety live on YouTube. My name is Jacob Jones. He
Whoa.
he
He's lost
is back in-
direction. He has no idea what's next to him anymore. There's no one sitting next to Jacob Jones. He's lost all sense of direction, people.
And he is Jack Bartlett. What's up, boys?
Hello.
Happy
What's up?
Wednesday.
Hey, you know, it's one of the Wednesdays of all time around here.
It is one of the Wednesdays of all time.
We've advertised all day what we're kind of doing here. You know, I think we all feel a sense of regret, a sense of wrongdoing, really. And Jones, I know you feel that especially. And so I'm trying to transition, really, knowing that you're the captain of the ship. I'm still going to do this myself and make sure that you actually stick up to the apology that you want to do today. Because out of all the people here, I think you need to apologize the most.
I do have an apology to say to Diamondbacks third baseman Eugenio Suarez, who last night had a 3 home run game. Now, throughout the games I have been to at Chase Field this year, Eugenio has not been very good. He's been, I was not putting any respect on his name. Let's just say I was calling for him to be sent back down to AAA. At one point, calling for him to be DFA'd from the roster. I was saying anything and everything to show my dislikeness for Eugenio Suarez, but he has shut me up. He has been on an absolute tear in July. Our own Ben Yates was at Chase Field to see it for himself last night.
Unbelievable.
Even though he had to leave in the 4th inning, the reason he had to leave in the 4th inning is because the Arizona Diamondbacks put up 11 runs through the first 3 innings of baseball against, you guessed it, the Washington Nationals. And I just happen to have this prop here.
What the hell are you doing?
I just happen to have this prop here with me.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Why do you?
That's disgusting.
I know. I went on a trip to DC like in 2014. I bought this hat when I was out in DC. So we scored 2 runs in the first inning, 7 runs in the second inning, and then tacked on an additional 2 or 3 runs in the third. But Geno Suarez was on an absolute tear last night, and I can confidently say that he has shut me up. He has shut a lot of people up on Twitter. And in social media, I see the ticker. Why does he have a Nationals hat? Is this disrespect? I don't know if it's disrespect. Sometimes I just do it just to confuse people. I also have
a true enigma, Mr. Jones. Everybody,
I have a Philadelphia Phillies hat in my closet.
Oh, don't tell Grace please about that.
as well, because I did not always hate the Philadelphia Phillies. There was a time where the Phillies were not good, so wearing a Phillies cap wasn't as much as of a crime as it is now. Sometimes I'll just wear it around the house just to confuse people. So you have to understand that this is just kind of who I am. And we just swept the Washington Nationals. So he has a Phillies hat too. I do have a Phillies hat. I can actually see it right now from the way I'm angled and seeing in my closet. I can see my my Phillies hat, and I think we're about to. My beautiful girlfriend Haley is gonna grab it for me. Yeah, there you go.
Look at that!
There
Can't believe that Jones just has all the people working overtime on his side of the show. It's good.
I know it's they accept tips, folks. So make sure to tip your waiters.
Jesus.
I also have a Toronto Maple Leafs hat for absolutely no reason at all. I have this Toronto Maple Leafs hat. Maybe because I need a team to cheer for since the Phoenix Coyotes are now the Salt Lake Sidewinders or whatever they're gonna call themselves. But if I haven't apologized already to Mr. Suarez and the whole gang, I am deeply sorry and apathetic for all the things I have said to you, whether it be at games or broken shoulder by Throne.
Sorry, I'm throwing Jones off right now.
I got one more. I got a Chicago Cubs hat.
This is just off the rails already.
You know, I don't have a Royals hat, Jack. Sorry for all
Jack, it's like pointing a laser at the wall with a cat. I put the ticker on, and Jones just gets instantly idolized by it. Oh my god, I gotta read it.
Smarter than a cat. I have a bachelor's degree from Arizona State University. Thank you very much.
There's got to be a cat with a degree somewhere.
Yeah, maybe, but is it from Arizona State University? The Walker Journalism and Mass Communications. That's me.
You know what I'm about to do here, so keep talking.
But sorry, Gino. Sorry, Gino, with like 18 O's. I'm sorry, man. As Shaq would say, I wasn't familiar with your game. Is there a cat with a college degree somewhere? Okay.
We'll put that on the poll. Is there a cat with a college degree somewhere in this world? Yes or no?
Probably. There's got to be a cat somewhere.
I saw a dog graduate this year, so I'm unopposed, man. I think it's got to happen.
Dog?
A dog?
Hey, how dare you disrespect the dog in him? All right, he's barking his way to the top, Jack. How dare you disrespect him? Dude. Just like Eugenio, put respect on his name, please. All
right.
It's Eugenio, actually, Ben. It's not Eugenio. It's Eugenio.
Yeah, how dare you, Ben?
The G is pronounced as an H, folks.
Eugenio.
Wait, Eugenio? Well, better. Eugenio, but it's okay. I'm not gonna.
I'm good at pronouncing names.
Well, I was gonna say you don't need to pronounce things in journalism world, but I soon found out that my statement would have been
good at pronouncing names. Wrong.
At least the way I did it. But I feel like Ben's already conducting some sort of
research. Actually, a cat graduated from UT Austin after attending every Zoom lecture with his owner. Sources have said there's a cat that graduated from college.
And okay,
that's pretty.
They're trying to UT is like one of the new Ivies, but a cat graduates from there.
UT Austin.
You say one of the new Ivies?
Like one of the new Ivies, but a cat graduates from your university. Oh, that's all I'm saying.
Disrespectful, man.
Would you not respect the Harvard of the West? Let's.
So anyway, Jones, you already went through your apology. Did I not play any music for your apology here, or did you have more to say?
I feel like cinematically I could really go off on this dude because I was so upset with him. You have to understand the anger that comes from myself as an Arizona sports fan, from being disrespected by athletes and coaches or managers or general managers. It comes from a good place. I promise you it comes from a good place. Whether get on my nerve. And from March to June, Eugenio Suarez was definitely someone that got on my nerves. I'm looking on this now that Eugenio Suarez was not very good. He was hitting barely over 200, which in baseball is not very impressive. And people were calling for his head, including yours truly. I was ready to trade him. I was ready to send him off to Kuwait, wherever players who get designated for assignment go. I was ready to send him anywhere but the Arizona Diamondbacks. Then July happened. We played a series in LA and San Diego. Eugenio Suarez showed signs of improvement. We came back home. We had an incredible homestand. Eugenio Suarez was on fire, you could say. My question was to be consistent. Why? The answer to that question. A resounding yes. Not only has he had a 3 home run game in the month of July, he has blasted a number of home runs in complete. It doesn't just stop there. Hey, Eugenio Suarez, we know the franchise base for the Arizona Diamondbacks is a belief that I am the proudest Arizona Diamondbacks fan has disrespected him. I call that Suarez family. The Arizona Diamondbacks organization. And most importantly, I'm truly sorry. Please accept my apology. Thank you.
Wow. Okay. Well done. Well done, Jones. I think you've done well, but I think we need you to fill this out. I think it's time for you to fill this out.
I think it is time for me to fill this out. That's wake up, baby. The Valley Varieties on that. That's right. That's right. Let's see. The media convinced me he was washed. That's true. That did happen too. I miss Longo. I don't, but yes, in a way. I don't know ball. I could probably fill that. I don't know if Jacob Jones knows ball. I was jealous of Gino's good vibes. I was definitely jealous of that. Not gonna lie, I was definitely jealous of vibes. But my favorite from this list is that Mercury was in retrograde.
Yeah,
that's gotta be my favorite item from this list.
Did you check the last box though?
Oh well, let me let's see. I will hereby respect Eugenio Suarez, and I will not talk down on the future first ballot Hall of Famer. So help me God.
That's good. That's good. Put respect on his name. You gotta respect the man that put respect on his name.
I feel so much better. I feel like a weight's been lifted off my chest.
Yeah, I can feel that from you, and I genuinely appreciate you taking your time to address that situation.
I feel like a new man.
New man.
Bigger man to admit that they're wrong.
You can say that again. Jack Bartlett.
Anyway,
staying on topic of baseball has had a pretty entertaining week. Yesterday, July 30th was the Major League Baseball trade deadline. A number of moves were made around the league. One of those moves, the Diamondbacks were very active in those moves. One, they had to be. So first baseman Christian Walker was put on the injury list with tightness in his oblique. So he'll be out at least 3 weeks, if not a month. So the D-backs traded for first baseman Josh Bell, as well as trading for earlier last week AJ Puck, and then at the very, very end, last second of the trade deadline, the D-backs went out and got a pitcher from the Washington Nationals. So he didn't have to. They acquired Dylan Floro from the Washington Nationals. So and I think my personal favorite part of that trade is that Dylan Floro only had to walk to the other side of the field to join his new team, as the Nationals were in town when the D-backs traded for him, which I think is just amazing. Not to mention, the D-backs have had a pretty entertaining week by itself. Monday night, they were down 8-2 in the bottom of the 8th inning, and they stormed back to win 9-8 on a Jacob Jones. Sorry, Bucks. Corbin Carroll 2-run walk-off run.
Did you
What's that, Jack?
Did you confuse yourself with?
To be honest, Jack, I confuse them all the time. So
Sometimes I'll look in the mirror and ask myself for an autograph, and then realize it's not me.
Let's put that on the poll. Have you ever looked yourself in the mirror and asked for an autograph?
Well, when you look exactly like Corbin Carroll, as I've been told I do, it happens sometimes. But I'd like to hear you guys' opinions. I'll start with Jack, because I know he's one of the other resident baseball guys. Jack, what'd you make of the MLB trade deadline?
Yeah, it was. I'd say it was a lot more active than it's been in a couple of years. Not that it's been dead in years past, but we saw 2-3 team trades, pretty close to the deadline. One I think was the day before, and then the other was yesterday. Just a lot of moving pieces. I thought it was pretty good, pretty strong moves made by the Royals. As you touched on, the D-backs, they got some pieces that were super important for them. AJ Puck, we talked about last week, but I think that's a pretty strong veteran presence for the D-backs. But overall, I thought it was an interesting trade deadline to see. I definitely didn't think the Padres were going to be as crazy as they were, but man, they hate prospects, dude. They hate prospects.
They hate prospects.
They traded their number 2, 3, and 5th best prospects or something like that, and then in another trade their 6th best prospect. At a certain point, you just have to. I feel like for the Padres, you just gotta suck it up and say we're not going to be good right now. But if we build the pieces with the prospects, we can be good in a few years, because they're always they want to win right now, and it doesn't work. But yeah, I liked the trade deadline. I thought it was super active, like I already said.
The Padres have been doing this for years, by the way. If people aren't aware, Padres have been sending away their top prospects for years, and to their credit, it's worked out in a way. It's hard to take the Padres seriously. For a team from the National League West, or a fan of the team from the National League West, like I am, it's hard to take the Padres seriously. No shot. He just brought that up. No shot. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's my team. That's my team. No, I'm fine. I'm doing good.
Guys, he's just come off a long day of asking himself for autographs. Can we just give him a break? He's just being harassed by himself night in and night out. Give the man a minute.
All the fans who confuse me for Corbin Carroll, which has been a lot more now recently, as I'm sure you
can't spend a moment on the streets.
And my wrist is getting tired. I can only smile so much. My jaw's hurting from all this.
All the ink is just running out.
I have to kiss all these babies and sign all these posters, man. Right. It's a hard life out here. and the
It's a
streets.
lot of sporting good places you have to visit, and you have to keep to your busy schedule. Of course.
Mhm.
I don't know how I do it. I really don't know how I do it. Anyway, back to Major League Baseball for just a quick second. One of the things I found funny from this trade deadline is that everyone and their mother fleeced the Miami Marlins. So if people aren't aware, the Miami Marlins were in the postseason last year. They played the Phillies in the wild card round. This year, they are one of the worst teams, not only in the National League, but what's that?
That's amazing.
Can I get it signed?
You just have that?
Dude, it's back there, right next to my Lourdes Gurriel box for the bobblehead.
Okay, let's go.
And it's a themed area.
That's
Is
iconic.
Is that just your Jones area? Is that just your?
No, it's my Diamondbacks area.
Diamondbacks area.
This isn't you. It's Corbin Carroll.
Oh,
Oh, that's Corbin.
of course.
That's the Rookie of the Year.
All right.
I've been really picking it up on the field. I've been working on my my stance, working on my power.
Did you just throw his face?
Whoa!
I did it safely. It's over there.
Whoa!
Yeah, what the heck, man?
What? I could have been bruised.
Exactly.
So, what are you guys laughing at?
Nothing.
Whatever, dude. That's crazy. That is a crazy comment.
Just mac and cheese. Just
Mac and cheese.
Mac and cheese, yeah, mac and cheese is hilarious.
Don't you get it? Ben obviously wasn't in tune with the joke, Jack.
Hey, here's a trade that we could talk about.
That did happen. The Rays traded away Randy Arozarena to the Seattle Mariners for outfielder Aiden Smith and Brody Hopkins. It's been an interesting trade deadline. It finally ended yesterday. My favorite part about the trade deadline is that it feels there's a lot of trades that are kind of you don't hear about them until 3:15, 3:30 area. And I think that's probably my favorite part of the trade deadline. You just see a flurry of tweets at 3:15 from Jeff Passan and Kent Rosenthal about all these like random trades that are happening in Major League Baseball. I think it's just great. I think it's hilarious. Back to real quick about the Miami Marlins. So like I was saying, when they made the postseason last year, played the Phillies in the wild card round, and then were eliminated. The Marlins have been on a full down spiral since then. Their GM went out in the papers in Miami and was interviewed about their chance of the playoffs in April, and he was like, "Not looking good." That was in April. That was in April, and at that point they traded away Luis Suarez, and I saw a stat that there was 26 players on the Miami Marlins roster from last year's postseason team. Only about 9 or 10 players remain from their playoff team last year. From a playoff team. It's a spicy meatball, man.
Spicy meatball. That's a spicy meatball.
Front office turnover too.
Too many Pete Davidsons.
Too many players.
They had some front office turnover too, though, because they fired their GM. Was that was this last spring or the spring before? And I think a lot of the rest of the front office left after that move, and I mean, it's I'd say just very dysfunctional from top to bottom right now for the Marlins.
It's pretty rough. I can't imagine, there's certain teams that you see a decline after a playoff run or whatever it may be. That okay, you're not going to be as successful as you were, but
Mhm.
for to lose over half of your roster from a team that was on track to maybe I think about it in terms of when the Diamondbacks made the World Series last year. One of the big things is that they were the last team in. They were the 6th seed of the National League, which is the last seed to get into the postseason for the National League. That means the Marlins were better than the Diamondbacks last year in standings wise, and yet the Diamondbacks make a flurry of moves at the deadline this year, and the Marlins are I don't know like 30 games below 500 and on a total rebuild.
Mhm.
So that's another. I think. Wait, one John David Kenny. What's up? I'm speechless because I can't believe John David Kenny is watching the Valley Variety right now.
I love me some.
Get out of here, man. That's some hater mentality back there. Oh my god. John David Kennedy, though, welcome to the show. Now, what do we think about that?
But I can start, or yeah, I can start on this as the mandatory Suns fan in this group. Thank God we have a point guard. They don't. I mean, I know they got one like a month or two ago, but when the playoffs we had 0, and now a few months later we have 1 new coach and 2 new point guards. So anyway, make that as you will, but I'm super excited. I think this makes the Suns a real dark horse and for championship contention. I think Tyus Jones is just a good floor general, just someone who's been in the league. I think I don't know if this is. I've heard a lot of people say people overreact and say, oh, this is anytime we get one championship and all this. I don't know if I would go that far, but I think bringing in a guy like Tyus Jones is a huge contribution to this game. I mean, you already have Kevin Durant and Devin Booker and Bradley Beal and Yusuf Nurkic. So, add Tyus Jones onto that, and what does that look like? Finally have someone that you can trust to bring the ball up the court and facilitate to your big three. So, but I'd love to hear what you guys think.
Yeah, I'm kind of the same. Devin Booker and Bradley Beal running the 1 and 2 back and forth was never going to work. I still remember we talk about it all the time, Jones, but when they traded Chris Paul for Bradley Beal, we were already not a fan of it. And it wasn't because of who Chris Paul was. We were fine trading Chris Paul away for how old and how injured he got during the regular season. What we weren't fine with was trading for a shooting guard. And it's not anyone's fault, really, that it's Bradley Beal. He's just aging. And trading an aging guard for another aging guard is just it was not going to work. But signing Tyus Jones to the smallest amount of money they possibly could fork over for him, for a really good point guard too. And remember that Kevin Garnett actually called this like 6 months ago. Like during the season, he was saying that they needed a trade for Tyus Jones. They just never pulled it off. Instead, we got Royce O'Neal. God bless him. But getting him here, getting him now, having a full season of Budenholzer with Durant, Book, Beal, and Tyus Jones, and Yusuf Nurkic, and Grayson Allen, that'll be a pretty good lineup. Do I think it's good enough to get out of the West this year? I don't know. Dallas is still doing better. They even got better over the offseason. The Lakers are trying to still have one last run with LeBron. Nuggets are getting worse, but they're still as good as they have been. And then you got the Timberwolves, of course. You can't even forget about them. OKC got way better this offseason. if I had to pick a champion out of the West right now, it's OKC. And I don't think the Suns can even combat that right now.
I'd agree. I saw Jack kind of nodding his head, and Jack, what's
He
your?
was waiting for me to say Minnesota forever, but like,
I was. I was.
I was holding it out for the last minute. Okay,
They're
like
Roll Wolves.
They gotta be a top 2 favorite right now to win the West, though.
look,
T-Wolves.
yeah, they didn't get any worse over this offseason. They only got better.
Right.
And their team chemistry is going to go up from here. And that's Anthony Edwards. As much as he'll challenge the ping pong team in France, like he's going to come back here and have the same mentality with everyone else. Like that's just who he is. And he'll get you there. It's if you can have everyone else do the exact same thing. That's going to be hard to do. That's going to be really hard to do.
Yeah, going back to the Suns a little bit. We got some Timberwolves love in the chat. I'll give you Wolves in 4. How about that? The Wolves, big Wolves in 4. When it kind of comes back to the Suns, I don't think what they're obviously you want to win the championship, so I'm not going to go and say it. What they're looking for is not to win the NBA Finals. Everyone wants to win the NBA Finals, but I think last year heading into the playoffs without a true point guard role, and just without a true floor facilitator, it was hard for me as a fan watching them and me just as an observer to watch them and to think they had any chance in the playoffs. And the debate of the Suns got so lucky playing the Timberwolves in the first round before the playoffs started. I didn't think we had a chance in the first place. This is just a team without identity that's been playing from behind themselves the entire year with a coach that the players don't take seriously. And now you have a coach who, and Mike Budenholzer, and you have Tyus Jones. So I think the best part about this is at least gives them the opportunity to build a good foundation, not in the 80th game of the year. That was
their big problem. Was like always those 3 guys never got together, and it felt just like Kevin Durant back in Brooklyn. Like you could never get the big 3 together. And now they did it, and it still wasn't enough. They could never figure out how to pass the ball to each other. Matt Ishbia made the argument, and I want to put respect on Frank Vogel's name. I know he didn't get the locker room respect he deserved, but he absolutely deserved it. He was right about every single problem that the Suns had. And when he wanted to change something and asked general managers to trade or find something to help, they didn't do it. And that's Frank for, he wanted something here, didn't want to work with what he had, but that's also everyone else around him too. And that just has to be mentioned before we go any further with Frank Vogel slander. I'm fine with Frank Vogel slander, but like it has to be worthwhile. Like, oh, he sucked on the Lakers. Like, okay, fine. Like, I get it. LeBron coached him, but like,
no, I don't think that firing him was the answer. I think it's way too short of a leash to give a first year head coach. But, well,
I mean, he didn't do as bad as Monty. Like, I don't.
No. And
Monty really got fired after all that.
Like, would you rather have that's the big quote. Would you rather have had Monty Williams with that team or Frank Vogel? And I would
have been fine with Monty staying. I think the problem was trading DA and firing Monty in the same offseason. That's always been the problem.
So would I, but I keep thinking in terms of a long-term problem with Monty Williams and whether they like it or not, Monty Williams mentally, and before I go any further, what's happened to Monty Williams with his family and personally is awful. I can't imagine coaching or doing my job under those circumstances. Right. No one can. And that's, why he was so hesitant to take the Detroit job. But Detroit just kept giving him offers and offers and offers until you'd be a fool to say no.
And so he fired him right after one season,
and then fire him. So it's like, long-term wise, all that stuff happens. Who knows? But then again, that's a lot of hypotheticals there. But but now you got Budenholzer. It's your third coach in 3 years, and you have a true point guard. Maybe build some identity. I keep thinking back to the Steve Jones quote from the last episode of the Valley Variety when he was talking about Bradley Beal,
Right.
and his big thing, and he says it around the house all the time. Trust me, all the time, is ketchup and ice cream. Is ice cream is fantastic. Is anything wrong with ketchup? No. They're two amazing things by themselves. When you put them together, it just doesn't work. And that's kind of what last year's Suns team was like. It's like you can have all these amazing individual pieces, but to put them all together and try to make them work, you're forcing a lot of things into a lot of different, situations.
We got one question here about the Suns draft, even though that was like a month ago. But honestly, I don't think there's anything that comes out of either one of those two players. That's just my opinion.
Probably not.
Yeah, I'm about to sound like probably a big hater, but honestly, outside of Tyus Jones, I don't think the Suns had a very good offseason, including the NBA draft.
I don't know.
Watching Ryan Dunn and Oso Ighodaro in the summer, I can tell you that Ryan Dunn is probably not going to produce a lot of offense. Oso, he's more of he's a little bit more aggressive offensively.
Right.
Ryan Dunn's going to be really, really strong defensively. That's going to be his strength. But, the Suns, I think what Tyus brings that the Suns desperately needed is what you guys were talking about, a guy who can, run the floor. But they also need a guy who's going to be able to score. And these draft picks didn't do that.
They don't need more scoring. What are you talking about?
They have one of the best.
What do you mean? When you okay, I guess KD and D-Book and Bradley.
And Beal and Grayson Allen. And, what else do you want? Scoring wise, they got it.
Yeah, I think
rebounds. We'll get Yusuf Nurkic. We'll get Royce O'Neal. Okay, we got rebounds. Do you want defense? That's what Ryan Dunn does. He does defense, and that's what he's really good at. I will give him. Right. I'll give him credit for defensively getting Ryan Dunn. I'm with you though. He doesn't do much else. He's going to be kind of out there only to facilitate, which is what Royce O'Neal does so well for the Suns, which is why I think out of the two picks, Ryan Dunn's the best one. And that's obvious because he got drafted, earlier. It's really a wait and see. We have no idea what these two are going to do. This draft was one of the worst in NBA history. And that goes without saying. We all saw the draft. We saw who was coming in. It was all these guys would have been second-round picks the year before. It's a completely unknown territory, this draft. It could be just like 2013 where we have Giannis come out of nowhere. By the way, Giannis was drafted number 13. So, anyone could come out of anywhere in this draft. Jokic was drafted 42 in the draft after that. So,
damn Taco Bell commercial. Golly.
Same draft, by the way, as Joel Embiid.
I was just gonna.
You can think about that. It's an insane amount of unknown in every draft, but this one is the most unknown. Where we're already talking about the guy with a bowl cut being the best player in the league right now. Reed Shepherd was the best player in the draft right now, and that could be changed within 2 weeks of the regular season.
Agreed. There's a question in the chat. Another question in the chat. Who do you guys think will sweep the Suns in the first round next year?
Timberwolves again, probably. That's what he wants us to say.
I'd say
he wants us to say Timberwolves again. So
Timberwolves. Yeah, why not? Wolves in 4. Is that what he wants to hear?
Yeah, probably. Also, we got another important question here. Do I have a glass baking dish for buffalo chicken dip? I do not have that, unfortunately. What I do have is a couple porcelain or nice bowls, but nothing really big or crazy. Go nuts, man.
Yeah, they're playing for rings in Minnesota. We play for rings in Minnesota.
Grayson Allen slander. You got to put it up there when you see it.
I love it. We play for rings. We play for the rings in the desert.
But I really do think
Ben, fun fact: Grayson Allen and Tyus Jones, they won a national championship together at the.
Shut up. Shut up.
Put some
Shut
respect
up.
on his. And now he's reunited with his boy.
Boom. Yo,
His
Jack,
Duke boy.
we play for rings in the desert. We play for rings in the desert. Speaking
Yes,
of which,
sir.
What ring?
speaking of rings, Olympic rings. Let's move subjects to the Olympics and give our love to Sun Devil Leon. Last name I really cannot pronounce, so I'd love for someone to jump in.
Marshawn.
Marshawn, because I think I've messed it up like 2 or 3 times a day just in normal conversation. But
This guy's trying to lead us off topic, but I know he's leading us off topic here, but like it's John Kenny, so
okay.
John
Do
Kenny.
we want to touch that? Do we want to touch on the new?
It's a bit of a it's a hard thing to talk about, guys. I mean, that's really a touchy subject.
It is a. You're lucky we didn't flag that comment. I don't know. I think it's great. I think if you're going to have it in the NFL, why not have it in college? Why totally flip the rules for college kids, and then trying to have to. Since y'all play.
So, I mean,
stop just on Diamondbacks, Dean. Let's go. Come on now.
You know what I liked about college
after.
morning was it's like the fourth quarter, right? Your team is like coming back, charging back down the field. They're down by like 3 points. They have a chance to win the game with a game-ending touchdown. And then the 2-minute warning comes on. You know, in NFL, that would be a 5-minute commercial just to wait to see your team come back and maybe like come back and win it. But then in college, that doesn't happen. You keep going after like 2 minutes after you keep going. You win the game right then and there. You don't have to wait. So I don't love having to now wait because of the 5 minutes that's going to be added because of the 2-minute warning. But
anyway, where were we?
Try our best to right the ship here back to Leon. Dude's absolutely killing it. The ASU representation in the Olympics, which is great. Not only that, Cronkite News out in the Olympics. I mean, ASU is kind of owning Paris right now. Just saying. But I feel like we were talking about this a little bit before the show, and one of the topics we wanted to cover is that the Pac-12 is seeming to kind of own the Olympics, or what used to be the Pac-12.
Yeah.
Pac-12, more Pac-2 right now, since there's only 2 teams. I don't know why you're still calling yourselves Pac-12. That's all right. Which I think
Aura Jones. That's all. It's all it's about, man.
Yeah, Paction, baby. It's all about the Paction. It's all about the Paction.
What a missed opportunity. Still,
I know.
I can't believe it. I can't believe it. Paction.
Why don't?
Did you
guys? You know what I think is a really good title for, how good the Pac-12 was. He knows exactly what I'm about to say. It's crazy. It's just a really good idea. Let me just type it up here. And Jack, you're gonna like it as soon as I post it up. You're just gonna be like, "Oh my god, great idea, great idea." I'm just saying, guys. I'm just saying, it's a really good idea. We should talk about Packed Up a lot more often.
It was a different time, man.
For those of you who don't know, no, I won't go into that. I won't go into that. That's all you, man. Like, if you want to talk to the people, you go ahead. But
big show.
Anyway, just leave that one there.
Yeah. Did you guys see the football media days?
Tough.
What's that, Jack?
Did you guys see the Pac-12 had media days a few weeks ago in Vegas?
Did they really? Oh, that is.
They had it in Vegas for like a few media members and both a few of the Washington State and Oregon State players and coaches with the Pac-12 commissioner. It was in some like hole in the wall bar where there's like a stage, and the 2 head coaches and the commissioner are at the stage.
Yes,
and the commissioner opens it by saying, she's like, "Yeah, it's an open bar. because if there's anyone who deserves a drink, it's the Pac-12.
Oh wait, hang on. I totally said something wrong. I gotta go yell at them again.
Okay.
You're gonna put stuff in the oven that can't go in the oven. This is terrible. Terrible thing. Do
But
not
no.
put it in the oven.
God bless the Pac-12, man. I talk a lot of crap on the Pac-12, but and how much I didn't even like them when they were around. Like, oh, Pac-12 was a joke when
Crazy stuff, man.
Yeah.
Crazy stuff.
Everything all right over there?
Apologies.
Everything all right over there?
I'm just trying not to start a house fire in an apartment. So.
That's fair. But
I locked it. How could? Okay.
But in terms of the Pac-12, I don't think there's any better, irony for a conference that basically no longer exists. The schools that used to participate in that conference, and we were talking about this before the show, is the Pac-12's whole thing was like what, Conference of Champions, and that didn't mean men's basketball or football. Well, men's basketball in terms of maybe like John Wooden, but it was like track and field and swim and dive and like beach volleyball and all these like sports, all like these Olympic sports that every Pac-12 school just like absolutely dominated.
Dave, the Conference of Champions, Dave.
Rah!
Rest in peace, Bill. Rest in peace. Bill, we love Bill.
We do love Bill. He was an aura by himself, man. Bill was just
on another level.
I hope everyone remembers how like just fun he was, man, because he was just a different breed, man. He was
burning sage on courtside.
He was the same beast and or a different animal.
Eating the cupcake with the candle still lit.
Yeah.
God, man. God, he was
great.
He was just an aura. But Conference of Champions, and like it's just funny. I mean, I know those sports aren't recognized until this time of year when, everyone watches the Olympics and, sees these young athletes go out and represent their country. And people kind of forget that's what the Pac-12 thrived on for years, but that's not, obviously those aren't the money-making sports. That was
the Ray Anderson special, man. That's what he excelled at. The Ray Anderson special.
And if you remember my rant from earlier in the fall when I'm not going to say I was defending Ray, but I was trying to show that there was a disconnect with people from what people thought Ray was doing to, kind of what was happening, what Ray was actually building here. And Ray was only building what the conference was known for, and it is kind of a special episode packed up. You're right. Rest in Pac for real. But it is so cool to see what Leon's doing out there in Paris. Another one today, dude is unstoppable, and he's ours. That's the best part. He's ours. He belongs to us.
But you also there's a reason the 3-point contest and a home run derby are fun to watch. Like the stuff that we think we have some delusional idea of possibility that we could do that too. Like we watch the slam dunk contest, it's like, oh, I can't do that, But like a swimming pool and swimming the fastest, like that stuff, oh, I could do that. I could go there and swim 50, let me get 500 meters and I'll wipe the floor with them. You watch Leon Marchand, it's not the same. Dude's ripping through the water. He's killing everyone. Katie Ledecky today was the other one that did the exact same thing. There was a point where I was watching the race of Katie Ledecky. She was all the way down the line. Everyone else was behind her. She kicks back and starts swimming the other way while everyone else is still going that way. And I heard someone shout out saying, no wonder she's winning. Everyone else is swimming the wrong way. She was that far ahead. It didn't matter where she was. She was that much better than everyone else. And Leon, like, is kind of the same. He wasn't that far ahead, but he was like ahead the entire time. There was no stopping him, and he had such a motor. Like, he didn't slow down. Like, his speed stayed consistently the same the entire way through. And I've never seen stuff like that since like Michael Phelps. Really, like, that's the only other guy I can think of that just like just goes back and forth without any effort.
It's crazy to watch these guys. Like, I know I'm not like the first person to say it, but like these kids that are like, I can call them kids, like they're younger than us. Like these dudes are still in college, and it's becoming a pretty kind of crazy sight with all the sports, really. And because you see in every sport like these stars that are, like there's a pitcher for the Diamondbacks who they were highlighting him on the broadcast the other day. He's like, yeah, it's his birthday today. He turns 23. And I'm like, oh crap, I'm 23. Oh no, what am I doing with my life?
Yeah,
I'm like,
exactly.
But like the way these, and like he was saying, like I think I'm fast in the pool. Like, yeah, no, I'm not. Like these, like.
Oh, I clicked the wrong comment there. My mistake.
We go back.
Go back in time and just answer that question again. My bad. No, that kind of great transition in a way. We have this little question there. I'll get rid of the Pac-12 thing. What sport would you possibly be able to play in the Olympics? Because we think swimming might be up there. What else could we possibly do? There might be a curveball where it's like, you think you could do shot put better than anyone. Okay. Go ahead. I don't know.
I think like rowing.
Rowing. Okay.
Yeah.
Being a part of a team. All right.
Okay. I see that. I like that. I think I could whoop some people at ping pong. Table tennis.
You got some Anthony Edwards in you, man. That's crazy.
I do, man.
Have you seen them play? Like, they're crazy good.
Dude, they're just like.
Aren't they bringing esports to the Olympics?
That's what I'm talking about, John. That's what I'm talking about. Stand on that, King.
Stand on business.
Stand on that. Way to go, champ.
You dropped
Put
this.
that on him. Put that on him. John David Kenny would whoop our ass in basketball right now. I'm with it. Just imagine John.
You dropped this, King.
They're bringing esports to the Olympics, aren't they?
Yeah.
Esports. That's my thing. That's my sport.
That's such a cop-out answer. Come on, man.
Cop-out answer? No. Watch me grind on college football 25 for like 90 days on end, and then I'm on the national team. Okay.
I think.
Look who's joined.
It's the president.
Dun, 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 dun,
for those of you joining just now, we're talking about what sport we could absolutely demolish people at in the Olympics because we think we're better than everyone. I'm going with I'll do one for winter and for summer. For Summer Olympics, I like the rowing idea. That's not bad, Jack. But I would go more for archery. I really feel like I got that.
Ooh, this cat is.
I got the arm. You know what I mean? I got T-Rex arms, but it would still work all the same. Like I just hit the bullseye every time. Easy stuff. What are they even complaining about?
Dude, I want a bobsled.
I don't know. For winter though, like, dude, bobsled is something, but curling is so easy. Like, have you seen curling? Oh my god, it's literally just releasing a rock and sweeping it. I've never seen something so effortless in my life. I love it. It's actually my favorite winter sport to watch is curling. I'm not even kidding.
Curling is fun to watch. I like watching curling.
I'd be a mean skier. I think I could beat some of the skiers in the times, just racing down those mountains.
If I learned how to ski, I could probably do it.
I know how to ski.
I gotta learn how to ski first.
I'll teach you.
Okay, bet.
We'll go to Snowball sometime.
Let's do it. Let's do it tomorrow.
Yeah.
Well, I can't tomorrow,
Yeah.
but Do it sometime in the future. I don't know. I like the idea of like esports, but I feel like I'd get in trouble when they learned I was just playing on beginner the entire time. Like, sir, did you change the sliders? No.
Oh yeah, yeah. That would be very disappointing. I think.
Look, man. Look, if the Astros can cheat, I can cheat one time and get caught.
I think.
Just saying.
Oh, we're gonna give the Astros excuse. I like it.
Just asking questions. Just asking questions.
Just asking. Just asking questions is crazy. All right. All right. Doing a bit of jeez.
I was gonna say
apologies, people.
I was gonna say I feel like something's loading on the screen.
Yeah, it's like a sort of like
it is. It's just taking a long time.
But no, I legit think, and I'm not being whatever. Like I think I could do okay at like ping pong. Like I think I could. The thing with ping pong is that like half the battle is just like hitting it hard enough to throw someone off guard.
Yeah.
That's the whole goal of ping pong. It's just like you hit it hard enough in someone's direction that you just hope it goes off the table. And if I could just return one of those like nasty little like nubber hits and just like barely like get it over that thing where it like hits,
it just takes one, Jones. It just takes one.
Where it like hits the thing and it goes over. It's like one of those real BS hits where everyone's like, "Oh, you ass," and it's like, "No, it went over." No, that's my point. Like I feel like I'd get to 21 doing that in the Olympics.
Okay, sure.
Would I get to 21 before the other person? Maybe not. But
you could do it. You could do it.
But I probably
that amount of time. They might have 200 on your ass, but you might eventually get there.
Yeah. That's all I'm saying. Like it's
all about the mentality, man. Like it's
as long as you get to the finish line.
Everybody gets one. Everybody gets one.
Well, speaking of only just getting one, there's only one of a kind here. Just one of these in the entire world.
Oh my god.
How badly do we want that? This is something I really want.
Thousands of them.
Oh, also, poll question. Do Leon and Wemby rival Phelps and LeBron in the Olympics? Just put that out there. Just putting that out there. I don't know. Leon is kind of crazy.
Oh, can we highlight what Paul Scholes just said in the?
Yeah, I got you. Follow the money.
Follow the money. I don't know if Ben Yates can say that. Ben Yates didn't have talking about
I never did. Anyway.
How did you even get a degree? I don't understand.
I ask myself that question more often than you think.
You know what? I feel that. Yeah. I feel that.
But no, this is how much do you think this pen would sell for right now?
I bet good like $10.
Least like,
$10?
At least like 15.
How much do pens sell for?
Dude, I think hundreds on this one. This is crazy.
You would drop $100 on that?
I wouldn't want to, but if I have to buy someone else out of it, then yeah. If this is a bidding match, Jack, I'm telling you how much I'm willing to throw at it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, fair.
I see.
Like, hello? Yeah, it should be $10, but nothing in life is that cheap. So, what are we doing here?
No, I see. I see what you mean.
You guys are really hopeful and wishful thinkers here. I like it, but like, realistically, not happening.
Yeah. You might be right. It may not be happening, but I have nothing to follow this sentence. So,
all right, fair enough.
There you go. Is there a price on this? Like, is there like a new price for this?
I think just came like that. Like someone made it specially.
It's so sick. I would definitely need it.
Right.
And I would pay. I mean, I feel like if I was in Paris, I'd pay whatever European currency they take in Paris.
Whatever European currency they take in Paris.
Whatever that may be.
Yeah.
Paracoins, like however many
Paracoins. Paracoins is actually insane.
like, hey, I'll give you I was gonna say something that I realized I would have done like in like a Scottish accent. That's not right either.
What's the conversion rate for US dollars?
That's a good question, Jones.
The conversion rate from US dollars to Paracoin?
Yeah.
Let's see. Oh, they take euros. Ah, well, you learn something. You learn something every day. So let's see. I see the first thing that pulls up is like $100 US is 91.87 euros. So, like, you know,
Paracoin.
You think Paula Bovin would have any extra like paracoins? Like,
you should ask her.
And her paracoin purse.
Paracoins. Oh my god, paracoin purse.
But that sounds right. Like that sounds.
No. Just can't defend it anymore, man. I'm sorry.
Like, hey, I'll give you the 3 paracoins.
Have you gotten a paracoin before?
What did you say?
Like, hey, I'll give you 3 paracoins.
You were truly incredible.
Oh, now I gotta look up how much this like Snoop Dogg Paris pin is.
Okay, go ahead.
Let's see if I can find
that
price for it.
Oh my god!
I don't know if it's really for. I can't find it like for sale. Just looks like someone like made it, but it's not like I can't find like a sale for it. But I need it. I don't know what it, I just need it.
Right. Jack's gone. Oh, he's back.
Oh, Jack's back.
Sorry. I was trying to do my own research on Snoop Dogg.
Too bad. Guess you can't. Terrible.
Ha.
Anyway, next thing.
Win, you lose.
I don't even have to say anything. We all know what this is about. We all know what this is about. Guys, I think there's something going on with the U.S. Avengers team right now.
What's up with? The real question is, what's up with Steve Kerr, and did he? Is it? I think there's a pure question, and maybe is it mind games? That could be a genuine like for opponents playing the U.S. Like, could there be some sort of like mind game? Maybe it doesn't work, but you know, could they think like there's some sort of, you know, hidden conflict on the U.S. national team that they think they could take advantage of?
No, but this is what he's doing. It's above that. It's above the Olympic mind games, though. We're going to the NBA in this. Like, he benching Tatum and having Derek White and Drew Holiday start, and even let alone play the last game over Tatum, and not even have Jaylen Brown on the team, is next level mind games. It's so Phil Jackson kind of things, you know, like
though. That's what I'm
you've
saying.
never seen this kind of thing since Phil, and it's crazy. Like, he's creating so much doubt amongst the Celtics base and organization. It's incredible what he's doing.
Yeah.
And he's never gonna. the best part about it, like Steve Kerr's not even going to get to play them in the finals anymore, but like, he's still doing this anyway to them, and let alone now Joel Embiid has to do. I think Steve Kerr is just one of the owners of the great NBA meme accounts because he knows exactly what he's doing. He's setting us up every single time. Oh my God. Like, he knew exactly what the memes were going to be for Joel Embiid after today. Like 46 Gatorades handed out, 7 high fives, 15 clapping. You know, like it's exactly what Joel Embiid had as a stat line today.
That's some Jake Crowder stats.
It is really like some Wilt Chamberlain numbers he put up on the bench. But Jason Tatum and Halliburton had the same amount of points the game before that, and it is a question of like, what the hell are you doing, Steve? Because the last time he said he felt stupid for not playing Tatum. I'm not sure what the excuse is for this. Funny enough, I have an article pulled up, and I'm about to read it for the first time right here. Let's see what it says. Steve Kerr explains why he didn't play a single minute against him. He received a do not play against South Sudan because USA wanted to better match up with their team's speed. Kerr will start LeBron, Book, Curry, Holiday, and Embiid versus Puerto Rico on Friday. But today, instead of having Embiid in that lineup, they used Anthony Davis and Kevin Durant. So, speed, sure, whatever.
Yeah.
It wasn't not Kevin Durant. It was Jason Tatum that started. So it was Tatum and Anthony Davis that started instead of Drew and Embiid.
Jack, I'd like to see what you make out of this. That you're as the resident Tatum guy.
Well, first of all, the game where Tatum did play, that was not great. That was tough to see.
It was hilarious. Do it again.
No thanks. No thanks. But
go Lakers.
The thing is, like, as a Celtics guy, you know, I think it's tough to see, like, in some ways it's tough to see, like, this whole summer, like, Jason Tatum isn't necessarily the best player on the Celtics, and that's kind of the case the whole playoffs. I mean, like, you know, look who won Finals MVP, right? It wasn't Tatum. It was Jaylen Brown. And to be honest, Jaylen was the better player the entire playoffs. And I'd say probably Derek White was too, throughout the whole playoffs. And now you come into the Olympics and Tatum's, you know, kind of like, oh, maybe he's playing, maybe he's not playing. And when he has been on the court, he hasn't been exactly, you know, the most consistent or strongest player thus far. But other than that, like, I think this whole kind of like players aren't playing or they're getting benched or whatnot. It's more of just like there's so much depth, right? Like when the team got announced, we were all like, it's all just superstars, right? Like from top to bottom, these are some of the best guys in the NBA, and you're not going to be able to play all 12 guys in the span of one game usually. So I think it's more about the depth than it is like mind games or whatever. But Tatum not playing well isn't like, it's not even that big of a deal because like you come back into the season and, you know, oh, there's Jaylen Brown again. Oh, there's Derek White again. Oh, there's Drew, there's Jason, right? There's KP. There's just so many guys there that it's kind of the same thing. There's a lot of depth, and that's why they're going to be one of the best teams coming back, and why they won the championship this time. What? What's the last?
What? I didn't say anything.
What's the laugh?
I didn't say anything.
You did. You laughed. You laughed.
I'm just saying the glazing is kind of crazy. I'm just saying. I think the Knicks and 76ers can give you a run for your money. That's all I'm saying.
I mean, yeah, they'll be good teams. I'm not afraid of them. But I'm saying like
Bridges has so much aura on that team now. It's insane.
What?
Mikal Bridges and the Villanova Knicks. Come on, man. that team, like McHale had aura before he joined, and then Jalen Brunson, Josh Hart. Man, that is a team full of just dogs and aura. Yeah, come on, Jones. Let's go with that. Let's get it. Yeah. And even Jack's with it.
Yeah, okay.
Divisional rival, and he's still going.
Let's go Knicks. Let's go
Knicks.
Let's go. I just need to. That's another just like separate talk. I just need to. You know how they have the side talk, whatever YouTube channel, where just like they do like fan reactions outside of Knicks games after like a regular season game, and everyone's just like burning the city down.
Yeah,
I need to see a side talk of Knicks win championship, and it's just like the entire city like that, like like everyone just like yelling like F Trae Young when like they're not even playing the Hawks. Like Trae Young's not even like in the vicinity. Like I just need that. I think the world needs a New York Knicks championship. Is that
Really?
just me? Are they?
You think so?
I think the Knicks are one of those teams that they're like. I don't know if it's the same thing, but they're like one of those teams universally that if they won a championship, I don't know who would be just like incredibly pissed off. And I know the Knicks have like teams that really hate them, but the team like the Knicks are just one of those franchises now that they've just been so depressing.
Jack
like
is making me laugh.
They're like, maybe not.
Yeah.
They're not like the same level.
You don't know someone who would be incredibly pissed off? This guy. Dude, the Knicks suck. We're big rivals with him. I don't like him.
You know what? You know what Jack wouldn't be doing if the Knicks won?
What?
Winning.
Exactly.
Yeah, you have won enough.
He's like, I have 18 and I'm unsatisfied.
I am unsatisfied.
We're going for 20, man.
Yeah, we need 20 and then 21 and then 22 and then 23 and then 24.
Then it's like Patty needs like 20 championships himself too.
Oh, you need a spare ring, bro. I got empty fingers.
The rich get richer in this economy.
Hell yeah.
We all need rings. Rings in this economy?
Yeah.
All right. Could be a fourth. We could be a fourth.
Off screen, Haley is pointing to her finger.
At the exact same time I threw the comment back in. That's great.
Like perfectly context. Like that could not have been like any better timing. Like any better. And I guess on the note of timing, I feel like we're starting to reach the end of episode 2 of the Valley Variety comeback. But what another amazing show. I feel like a lot more laughs this time.
Oh, yeah.
Mostly
a lot
from
less terrible microphone for sure. I think was a bad thing from last time.
And I guess in terms of closing statements, watch out for those paracoins because they're real. Because they're real and they're coming for you. And watch out for a special episode of Packed Up. As me and Big Time go take on the Pack 2 world together. At an off bar or off strip local bar in Las Vegas where the Pac-12 is doing media days, I guess, according to Jack Bartlett.
Yeah. We. Sure.
Long live the Paris Accord.
Better leave the stage, closing down the little wooden staircase. Words all rolling down the Benson Highway. The ghosts are gone. Up the hill, take the cement steps. The door is open, you can help yourself.